Welcome. You're listening to John Hyman from Commercial Real Estate Online. If this is the first time you're visiting us, you can get plenty of tips, tools and ideas for commercial real estate brokerage and agency around the world at our website, which is commercial-realestate-training.com. Now, this is another video particularly for agents and brokers relative to commercial real estate. The topic of the discussion is prospect letter systems and cycles. In commercial real estate brokerage, the prospecting letter process is of real value as part of a prospecting system for new business and ongoing client contact. It should, however, not stand alone as the only thing that you do in finding new business, but it should be one of a number of things. Now, there are two key facts in making the letter process work for you. Here they are. Regularity. A number of letters should be sent over a cycle of time. They can be sent monthly or once every 2 months or 3 months. On that basis, you would be sending perhaps 6 to 12 letters a year to the same people. Now, they should all be in the same corporate format, but the message should be targeted at the people that you're sending the letter to. And of course, you can add some messages relative to the market, the pressures or the changes in the market at the moment to make that letter very specific. Relevance. Every year, you'll find that there is a lot of things happening in your market that are useful from a business perspective. You can take those things and feed them in to your letter. Of course, that will be market concerns or focus. This says that every letter should be structured with the target reader in mind. You can then have different letters for investors, developers, business leaders and tenants. So there they are, the different target readers for the different letters. When you get the letter very specific for the target audience, things get a lot easier as far as call conversions. Okay, so there's the 2 points again. Market concerns or focus and target the reader in mind. So let's go back here a bit further and look at the overall strategy for sending out prospecting letters. So if this system is for you, consider who you will be sending the correspondence to and for what reason. Given that there is a cost and a time factor associated with getting the letters out, make sure that you follow up all the correspondence sent with a telephone call wherever possible. Sending letters without a telephone call is a gross waste of money. The conversion factor is quite low if you don't follow up the letters. If, however, you take the time to follow up every message sent, you will see conversions to meetings being of great value. So, if you take this concept of call follow-up to its fullest advantage, you will or should only send out the correct number of letters that you can make the subsequent telephone calls with as part of the follow-up process. Now, many agents make some big mistakes with prospecting letters. So here are some of the common mistakes that are very evident today in the marketplace. Number 1, sending out too many letters all at once. That then makes it virtually impossible to do all the calls and the personal contact over the next week. You only have 5 days a week to make your calls. After that time, letters sent are a distant memory to the people contacted. So send out only the number of letters that you can follow up with or on. Number 2, creating a message that's too generic. The letters that say something like, "Would you like to sell or lease your property?" are virtually useless from a business generation point of view. Be quite specific in your message. Drill down on the challenges of sales, leasing and property management in the market today. Get away from being generic. Number 3, complicating the process with enclosed flyers and brochures is totally wrong. The object in sending a letter should be quite clear. You want the person to contact you and or take your telephone call when you make it. So don't complicate the letters. Don't add brochures and flyers and things that send a confused message to the people reading that letter. Number 4, failing to enclose a business card. Now, your business card is a big part of the marketing process. Forget about expensive brochures. Use your business card wherever you can. It's quite likely that your business card will be retained well after any letter is tossed into the rubbish bin. Number 5, putting too much in your letter. In simple terms, the letter should be only 3 or 4 paragraphs in length, with some dot points. Adults like simplicity and will not read huge documents unless something is very important to them. Most marketing letters are thrown away simply because they're too long and lengthy. They are a waste of time. Of course, that also wastes a lot of your money in sending that letter. Number 6, lack of a personal signature. You should sign the letter in blue ink with a legible personal signature. And I say legible because that shows respect for the person that is reading your letter. Sign it so that they can read your signature. It shows professionalism. Let the receiver of the letter see that you are involved in the contact process personally and that your written comments are specific and not generic. Generic correspondence shows disrespect. Only send out a simple number of letters and sign them personally. Number 7, using poorly selected words as part of the prospecting letter message can confuse the whole thing. Get a book on words that sell or phrases that sell. You can easily download one of those books from the internet. They will help you in crafting the right message to the people reading your correspondence. Sales letter copy is a real skill, and commercial real estate is no exception. It takes practice and some real word craft to get the letter right. If the letter process is a struggle for you, get a professional copywriter to do a series of letters for the entire year. You're only talking about 6 or 12 letters. A professional copywriter can do that for you with a little bit of guidance. Your contact and prospecting success rate will definitely improve if you do that. So there you go. There are the comments, particularly regards the prospecting letter systems and cycles. If you follow the rules, you will see better conversions from the correspondence sent. Remember, get on the telephone and follow up the letters that you do send out. Don't send out hundreds of letters at a time without the follow-up system working for you. Just send, say, 5 letters per day. That's sufficient to get the system up and running. And possibly over time you can increase that to 10 letters a day. But don't go beyond that because it is far too hard to keep the system running. Plan how you send out your prospecting letters and messages so that you can improve your conversion rate with the people that need your services, that being the clients, the property owners, the business proprietors, the business leaders and the tenants in your marketplace. So that's the subject of prospecting letters, systems and cycles. This is one of the many videos that we put out for commercial real estate agents and brokers, and indeed you are probably one of those. And if you want more tips and ideas, you can join the community at commercial-realestate-training.com. Through that community we send out many things each week through the email, and some of those are charts, templates and ideas to help you stay on track with sales, leasing and property management. So that's John Hyman signing off for now. Thanks for listening to this video today, and we'll catch you very soon next time with another video.